So now we're going to do the prayers, opening prayer first. So someone can you chant the Sabikechon Tara beginning?
Lasso Kamala.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
Machiwa me pe chiyona yong jitsen hamu romaji di sanchen kala di therma Danju bagamle chata so Ramchika imber mahiba sanyomo Ma korwar chembe senchela yong hamo chochi shada so chinyang ne chela machi Tanye tsukku ji chang ne Chantang embe liwana Yom yang da ge mi chata so Topper gawa ranga sen Tong ni gomper mashiper Shawang embe yongwala Yongjenbe chata so san rong xiong yin mei yi la yi si zhen bei wo qiu qi jie dar xie jiang zhong ba Tuni me chi la mi chata so Yang da ge don la ni xi jiang Jin zhen jie dan zhen me hi Kishi tuan la mong pa la Yong ken chen chi la mi chata so Jin zhen nang ke can ye jian chen de ta ye me chi ta dong lo me gang zi la yong zong sang ji jie jia de so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now, so now we're going to do the opening prayer. Page 3, the deity yoga sadhana. Oh, Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles to my path to liberation and damnation. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering and safely. I will establish them in the state of answer path, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles to my path to liberation and damnation. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and safely I will establish them in the state of answer path, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. Dalai Dhamma Sibe Dai Nupara Sibe Tarpa Dan Dam Je Jembe Parade Yu Para Seba Dam Je So Sebe Mananga Dai Nyambe Sim Je Dam Je Dewa Dam Dungara Dandra Yorda Lana Neva Yanda Bara Zobe Sanjo Rumbo Jedo Barazan. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of the Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas invested in enlightened mind and the progress of the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to Bodhicitta and applying myself to complete stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of Janarasta and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all Mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So now we go to the mandala offering. Short mandala offering. Page 10a. The ground is sprinkling with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the spring mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. As Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha field. To the lamas who possess the three kayas, offer the altar inner and the sacred offering. With my body, with and all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, For the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, or this I dedicate. Om Guru Rena Mandala Punza Mandra Samandra Savarana Samaye Ahom. I call refuge, ornament of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor, Vajradhara, widow adored. I bow at the feet of Father Jigti Sungho. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessing. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of mind. Please turn the veil of Dharma, of the two worlds and their combination according to the disposition and likewise the mental capacity of a sentient being. So now we go to the Manjushri, page 32, long press to Manjushri. Wisdom, his wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of the clouds of the two worlds, and oppressive with the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has compassion for beings who suffering from the darkness of ignorance in the presence of samsara as a father for only son. Like a thundercloud, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and loosens the chant of karma through the 60 branches of Haramania's speech. He wields the wisdom sword to cut the saddling of suffering and to dispel the darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplishing the 10 levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 sons of a Buddha, to dispel the darkness of my ignorance. You who are the perfect youthful body, whose flame of wisdom bless, and dispel the darkness of worldly ignorance, I post it before you and praise you, Manjushri, at the Manjushri. So we can, it's finished there. Short press to Manjushri. Okay, so now we go into the teaching. The book is Stage of Meditation. So hopefully everyone has. Also, download this book from the ebooks, iBook. So last week we finished the 4 thoughts meditations. Actually, we already did 2 weeks. So 4 thoughts meditation. Hope everyone remember. So first is a precious human body meditation. Then we did impermanent meditation. After we did a cause and effect meditation, and then defect of samsara meditation. So that's the called 4 thoughts meditations. 4 thoughts meditation turn our mind is in the Dharma spiritual path. So usually our mind is always be with the samsara and the worldly activity, because we already has a very strong habituate, samsaric habituate, and the mind is followed by habituate. So not easy to transform into the spiritual path, because we have a long habituate, many lifetimes habituate. Actually, we say beginningless time until now. So our mind is already habituated, followed by the worldly activity, followed by samsara, activities. So that's habits. Change to the spiritual dharma is very hard, not easy. If we have something habitual at maybe a couple of months, then they're also hard to change. So no, our case, like we have a samsara habituate is like many lifetimes. It's not easy to transform into the dharma. So that's the reason we have to meditate. There's 4 thoughts. It's 4 thoughts meditation really help this our mind is going into the spiritual path. So these 4 thoughts, when I share the meditations, we have to use daily activities. So when we wake up morning, cultivate precious human body, and then generally whole day think about the cause and effect, and also recognize when you have difficulties, problems. When you see other people has difficulties, you recognize defect of samsara. And then when evening we go to sleep, we have to meditate impermanent. So then that is just generally, 1 day 4 thoughts meditation follow. But of course you can use all the time this 4 thoughts meditation, every activities. Think about right now we can come enjoying together, meditate this, you can listening teaching, I can share this teaching, we have this opportunity because that is we have precious human body, that's why we have this opportunity. And then we comes together, it's after 2 hours we go separate, so we meet together gone, so like this is a short impermanent, and so recognize impermanent, good thing impermanent, that's why we can come together. So impermanent, not always the same, is become we have separate, can come back again, it goes separate, so like that. Or the everything, worldly situation, everything is impermanent. And then so when we today I'm going to share how to meditate the love, and that's recognize and love to all mother sentient beings. We have to recognize all these mother sentient beings suffering in samsara. So even all sentient beings want happiness, but due to karma and all beings suffering in samsara, we recognize the defect of samsara. And then we have to know, when we share this teaching, everyone want happiness. All sentient beings want happiness. No one wants suffering, but we don't have a choice because it's all followed by cause and the effect. So we actually, when we meditated this love, compassion sections, we recognize and the defect of samsara. We recognize impermanent, so we know all these situations, whole worldly, whole sentient beings, the reality or situation, we understand it clearly. So today, this we join together, study, learn this together, also understanding this whole thing is like followed by 4 thoughts. So that's why 4 thoughts meditation is called preliminary practice. Means like each practice have follow the 4 thoughts meditation. Each practice follow the 4 thoughts. So without 4 thoughts meditation, this our practice is cannot be successful because due to and strong so fixation, desire, so many things going on. Our mind is follow the emotions. So that's why 4 thoughts meditation anyway generally helps for practice Dharma. So now today is page 22. Page 22 is how to meditate on love. Yeah, I think that we finish 4 thoughts, right? Whole thing.
I think so, Khenpo.
Yeah. Okay. So now we go to the then how to meditate on love. So Buddha word is attained because of bodhicitta, which is brought forth out of compassion. Compassion is brought forth out of love. So we talk about liberation and enlightenment. Liberation, enlightenment is free from suffering and liberate ourselves, and also then we can benefit many other beings. So where is that come from? That liberation, enlightenment is come from bodhicitta. So without bodhicitta, it's not possible to enlightenment. So now, okay, we recognize bodhicitta is very important. Then, okay, where is it come from bodhicitta? Which is brought forth out of compassion. Compassion brought the bodhicitta. Without compassion, then no possible arise bodhicitta. Okay, so then where is the compassion come from? Compassion is brought forth out of love. So without love, then no possible compassion. Without compassion, no possible bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, no possible Buddha. So no possible enlightenment. That's the reason love meditation is most important. And Chandrakirti, I mentioned about his stories many times. You mostly, I think you know who's Chandrakirti. He's the Nagarjuna's disciple. So he wrote the middle way of a path, and the beginning is homage to love. So usually all other these teachings books, homage to Buddha, homage to Manjushri, homage to Bodhisattvas. So like that kind of, different ways we put homage to Yidam deities or rule gurus. So Chandrakirti, he put, when it's the beginning of the book, he said homage to love. The why he said that, because the reason is without love, no possible compassion. No compassion, no possible bodhicitta. Without bodhicitta, no Buddha. Without Buddha, then also no Arhat, no Pakika Buddhas. So that's why, where is Buddha come from? Actually, Buddha's source come from is love. Then where is the Bodhisattvas come from? Bodhisattvas follow the Buddha's teaching, and the Arhat, they always come from follow the Buddha's teaching. So that's why all these Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Arhats, they all come from main source is love meditation. So love, then comes compassion, bodhicitta arise. So Buddha is arise. Then Buddha share the teaching. So all the disciple practitioners arise. That's why the love is a source of all the qualities, like good qualities come from, enlightening qualities come from love meditation. So therefore, we first meditate on cultivated love. So we have to meditate love. And so before we meditate love, we have to practice meditate forethought meditation. So the forethought meditation really turn this crazy mind is into spiritual. So then when you're into spiritual, which is the right spiritual, so many different kind of religions. Even people wanted to do something, so which is right. Long as you have love and compassion, your practice is right. Your religion is right. So that's why our mind is into the spiritual path. So then we need practice love and compassion because it's the right path. So then the first one is meditate on cultivate love. Love meditation is not just resting mind. So love meditation is called cultivate meditation. So you have to know that differences. Sometimes like people confused meditation means just resting mind. So there's some meditations called intellectual meditation. Some is called resting mind meditation. So followed by two different meditations. This love meditation is part of the intellectual meditation. So meditation has also method and wisdom. So this love meditation is part of method. Yeah. So then shamatha, vipassana, especially resting mind, and mahamudra, that part of meditation is part of the wisdom meditation. So we have to know these differences. So love, compassion, bodhicitta is a method meditation. Without that, no possible arise wisdom. So that's why the love meditation is very important, first important section. That's why we share here in the first one. So now to contract the tendency for attachment to the bliss of nirvana, we meditate on extraordinary love and compassion. So then love meditation, compassion meditation benefit also not stuck in the nirvana. Some people have a kind of like thinking about, oh, I want to be in nirvana, I don't want to be in samsara. So they recognize samsara is a suffering, I want to be in nirvana, attached to the nirvana, kind of hatred to the samsara, attached to the nirvana. So when you meditate this love and compassion, not attached to the nirvana, recognize, because all these beings used to our mothers. So then who is suffering in samsara? That's all beings are our parents and mothers. So recognize that, and comes like very strong feeling is arise our mind, not dropped. All beings is used to our parents and mothers, not dropped. So that kind of feeling is very strong arise our mind. Then not only wanted to start in the nirvana, not seeking only our own benefit. So then wanted to benefit others. So without that, wanted to benefit others, not possible to Buddhahood. See, this is a skillful method meditation. Actually, you thinking about others, so we get liberation. We wanted to get our own benefit, then maybe we get aha level, but in stuck there and not much benefit others, then also we cannot get final liberation without the compassion and without the love, compassion, bodhicitta. So that's why this is called skillful method. You thinking about others really actually benefit us. So that's, it's a fact. We don't have to talk a lot. Think about Buddha and us. Buddha, Shakyamuni, and us is we are same, no difference. Both are regular beings, ordinary beings. So Buddha only wanted to benefit other beings. His whole thinking like body, speech, mind, like whatever he does, or thinking about the benefit others. So that's the reason Buddha is free from samsara and his enlightenment. And our sentient beings always thinking about our own benefits. So that's why we are stuck in samsara. So now think about where is the samsara come from? Samsara is come from our own benefit, thinking about I and my. Yeah, where is Buddha come from? Buddha has come from love. What means love? Thinking about others, not I. So we're not talking about love myself, love for others. So we're talking about that, okay? Don't misunderstand. And the love for others also, not attachment love, like called the love is like pure love, unconditional love for all other beings. So not only love for our family and relatives, not love for only our community. So the love is like become more openly, recognize all beings used to our mothers. So that's why, so then recognize that, then you love for everyone, all the beings. So that kind of love, have we're talking about. So otherwise, the love, the attachment love is the causes of suffering, and we don't talking about that. That's we know we have that. That's why we are stuck in samsara, because we love ourselves. That's why we have a so strong I and the self, and always thinking about our own benefit. That means like we love ourselves. Then of course we are attached to our family, and that is we are strongly love to our families. That's also causes of suffering. So now is this talking about love is unconditional love, means for no attachment love for everyone, all beings. So that's love is like causes of happiness. And Buddha has that love, so that's why Buddha is becoming enlightenment. So not he only enlightenment, he benefit many, many beings. So the benefit many other beings that benefiting other beings, like that kind of activities never extinguished. Extinguished, it's never exhaust. So always benefit, because due to unconditional love and compassion. So that power is never end. That's why Buddha benefit always other beings. So that's the reason we talk about Buddha is always there, long as we open our mind and heart. So which way we open our mind and heart, because it's a rise love for others, then mind is naturally opened. So love is not a rise for others, then our mind is closed, thinking about me and I, our own benefits. So that become very tight, more tight. So then, that's actually, of course, block the wisdom. Long as we have that, block the wisdom, we don't have enough wisdom, then we are fixation to all this, our, object, everything, become that is create causes of suffering. So that's why all this suffering is come from thinking about our own benefit. So that is it comes like into the self, so love means not thinking about our own benefit. Love means like thinking about others. So 100% opposite of the self. See, thinking about love means like thinking about others. So that's why that meditation is very powerful. Usually whatever we do is like our own benefit, me, right? So love arises like naturally think about others. So that's why love meditation is very powerful and antidote to our self grasping. And then long as love arises, it's become our minds opened. So mind is opened, then wisdom arises. So wisdom arises, then we understanding this, all this Dharma practice is a benefit, you know. So otherwise, we don't really recognize the Dharma practice benefit. Sometimes, you know, due to because it's ignorance. And when we recognize the Dharma practice benefit us, benefit others, that time then our wisdom is arising. So the where is that wisdom come from is love. For love is like thinking about others. Then comes wisdom arise. Okay, so that's the reason here is to contract the tendency for attachment to the bliss of nirvana. So we meditate on extraordinary love and compassion. Why is we call extraordinary means this is no attachment love, you know, unconditional love, pure love. So that's why I call extraordinary love and compassion. So in here has the footnotes. So you can see nirvana, beyond the sorrow. So nirvana is beyond the sorrow, means beyond the suffering. Refers very vastly to either the final attainment of followers of the Hinayana Veka or those who have Mahayana. So then this nirvana has two different levels: Hinayana Vekas and Mahayana Vekas. Hinayana is like liberation. Nirvana means Ahat level. And Mahayana is nirvana means Buddhahood. So that's why two different there. Depending upon context, it can mean a state wherein disturbing emotions have been brought to total cessation, or to the attainment of the complete enlightenment of a Buddha. So that's a footnote. So now we go back to the main teaching. When love and compassion are awakened in our mind stream, so this love, compassion arises like our mind stream, you know, comes our mind, then confused projection on the path were dispelled. So this this followed by the Gampopa. So Gampopa, he said, love, compassion arise our mind strength, then confused projection on the path were dispelled, means like we are get into the right path, the right direction. It's our practice is the right practice, not wrong religion. It's the right religion. So that's we have to understand that means. So then comes like compassion, love and compassion comes our mind. The mind also awakening. You know, mind streams like comes qualities arising, our quality arise. The essence of love is basic kindness. So then we're talking about which love means, what it means love. The love means the essence of love is basic kindness, very like kindness mind for others. This means longing for all sentient beings to have happiness and the causes of happiness. So love, compassion, these both are very similar. Very similar. Then what means love? The love is like we wishing all sentient beings have happiness, you know, not suffering. It's we wishing everyone has happiness. So when we meditate this one, and then of course it comes here like step by step, you know, step by step, starting from our mother. But the highest level is when you get at the highest level, when you meditate love. So think about like our enemies, like some really, you know, our mind, your heart, mind is really heated to someone, and you doesn't like that person, even you don't want to hear the name, you don't want to talk someone. So bring that person is in your mind, and you really wishing that person has happiness. Truly, that kind comes from your mind. So then our love is become meditation successful. So after that, we have to practice step by step. You know, so that's the all this Bodhisattvas has that. Bodhisattvas has that meditation practicing level. You know, when you read this Bodhisattva 37 practice Bodhisattvas, so we knows what the Bodhisattvas does. Like someone telling the harsh words and the bad words, and spread out all the word, and even you don't do anything wrong, but they just spread out like bad words to you all the world, something. Still, these Bodhisattvas love that person. You know, no hatred to that person. They recognize that person is like same as the spiritual teacher. So that kind of the Bodhisattva has practice. You know, when we get the level, so then love meditation is successful. So after that, we have to practice. So then how to practice that? So comes here, how to practice that. Before practice love meditation, we have to know what means love. So love means basic kindness, okay? So then we wishing all sentient beings have happiness. So that is love. So when that comes, like if that kind of like wishing is arising in our mind stream, then our mind is at that time is like always joy and happy. If that love is comes our mind and heart. So think about right now, we have a sadness feeling, unhappy feeling, and because something like due to the object or circumstances like distracting our mind. Why that happening? The reason is we don't have enough practice love meditation. Long as we have love meditation, so then our mind is always like happy and joy. This ultra level, you know, this disturbing things like cannot disturb anything like that. All is become take into the path and the practice. See, the Bodhisattvas, like, you know, these enemies, they recognize the spiritual teacher. So that kind of, when they have a, like that kind of, you know, is arising in our mind, then we always have a true happiness. We always have true happiness. It's come from our mind, heart. So this Dharma practice teachings like really help for happiness come from our mind, you know. So even this thing about this one and meditate really help for our mind. And when we have unhappy, sadness, and you know, kind of like due to emotions, like something going on, so we use this meditation practice and become naturally arise happiness from our heart and mind. So that's why we have to know this powerful meditation. This powerful meditation very helpful for our mind. The essence of love is basic kindness. This means longing for all sentient beings to have happiness and the causes of happiness. So this intention should be cultivated along with equanimity, starting with one's present mother and expanding out to embrace all beings equally. So then where is this love meditation is comes from? We have to practice this equanimity meditation, equanimity. So equanimity meditation bring love for everyone. So otherwise we have, you know, bias. Our mind is always biased. So due to the self. Self. Long as we have self, we always have bias. So long as we have self, we always have a recess. That is like everyone has. But just someone shows strongly auto level, someone doesn't show up much. But anyway, long as we have self, we have bias, we have recess, everything this, we have that. Sometimes we think we don't have, actually we have, because as long as we have a self. Yeah, so then this meditation, here is like talking about economic meditation. So economic meditation really helps love for everyone. So then that helps remove bias. That helps remove recess. All this problem is become removed. So not think about in this world right now is talk about lots, these issues, problems, but always followed by result, result. So we always pointing in the result, all these problems. If we wanted to get out of these problems, is have to practice economic meditation. Otherwise, not possible go where right now this in the world has so many issues, problems. Talk about this recess, talk about this bias. That is like, it's not possible to get rid of that because it's due to samsara. So that's why Buddha is already talked this, what is the Buddha actually is already talked this how to, everyone get into like kind of like, no recess, like no bias, how to get that level economic. Buddha already talked that. So Buddha didn't talk about pointing in the result. Buddha always look into the cause, then looking to cause is how to remove for that cause. So that is the Dharma teaching. If we don't practice the Dharma, then that result is always there, is never end. Whatever talk you talk, result is more problem, get more problem, because create more emotions. The long as emotions, they never get rid of this problem. So this, we recognize, this worldly, the world as like problems. So then you study Buddha's teaching, you really understanding. Buddha already knows like 2,500 years ago everything. So he already talked everything. So then he never went into cause, result. So he didn't point to people's problem. He just talked about how to remove that cause. Use this practice. So that is very clearly. That's why we recognize Buddha is omniscient wisdom teacher. It's unbelievable, like kind of like his, wisdom and compassion. That he really understanding like this all the problems, sufferings. Then he all the talk about causes, how to remove the cause. He recognized that the cause is can removed. The cause is not permanent there. Because there right now we all has this issues in the world, so many problems. They all has a cause, come from its cause. So that cause is not permanent. The cause is possible to remove. The cause is like has always a method, something antidote for that. So Buddha shared Dharma is everything is like antidote to causes of suffering, causes of problems. So that's why we recognize Buddha is, so he has like wisdom and compassion. So he is the no same as all other teachers. His wisdom is like unbelievable, or understanding everything. So that's why he's awakening. He's awakening, and he shared the truth. Actually, you really look into Buddhist teaching, Buddha's teaching. It's not really something religion and create something there, you know. It's all talk about reality, you know, remove the causes of suffering. So every sentient beings want happiness. No one wants suffering. But we don't know how to create happiness. We all beings want happiness, but create causes of suffering. So we looking happiness, chasing of suffering. So that's why, due to our ignorance, that's why Buddha shared these teachings. Is already recognized, understanding, you know, how to remove the result. Is he all talk about cause. So that's why here cultivate along with equanimity, equanimity meditation. So starting with one's present mother, then equanimity meditation was not just arise everyone, because due to ourself and grasping, we already so strong fixation. You know, our mind is already so strong. They follow grasping or, you know, attachment. So no easy to change that. So that's why we have to walking first step is like we have to starting with the one's present mother, not talking about all mother sentient beings. Like that is too big first, right? So starting from our mother, we have to meditate, present mother, and expanding out to embrace all beings equally. So starting our mother, then meditate that, then slowly expanding one by one. So then you can expand into all the sentient beings. So not like right away expanding for all sentient beings. So that's one why we have to follow by the step by step this. First, you see, we bring our present mother to the forefront of our minds and reflection on the kindness she has shown us. So we have to meditate our present mother, and then that bring into our mind and recognize the mother's kindness. So sometimes we don't recognize that, you know, we don't recognize our mother's kindness. So we have to bring that, you know, reflect on the kindness she shown us. So we have to think about this again. Otherwise, you know, we don't recognize. We meditate at this level. So then slowly we recognize this, our present mother is kindness. Sometimes like due to our emotion, due to our self-grasping, we don't recognize our mother's kindness because it's due to our ignorance. And so this love meditation and the compassion meditation is sometimes you read, it's very good, you know, even you don't have time to meditate, you just read once, like once, you know, time, when you have time, you read these sections that really helpful your mind, you know, it's become remember again and recognize. So then how do we meditate that? In the beginning, there is the kindness of growing and sustaining our body. So first, like you don't have like this, you know, you are not independent already. So without a mother, we are not in the world, this world. So that's why we have to think about it. In the beginning, there is the kindness of growing, sustaining our body in the mother's womb, in the mother's body. So usually they talk about the 9 months or 10 months, you know, baby stay in the mother's womb. So each day is growing. So that's we have to recognize. that is not easy for mother. We create so much painful suffering for mothers. You know, mother has kindness. That's why we already born. Otherwise, if mother don't have a kindness, we cannot born. And sometimes people think, oh, my mother is not nice to me, but it's actually long as mother born already us, that is kindness. You know, big kindness, but we don't recognize. Big kindness we don't recognize. Sometimes we recognize small kindness. Some small kindness, we pay attention more. We recognize that that is bigger. Sometimes we don't recognize a big kindness. So that is a big kindness because it's like 10 months carry in the body, you know. So that's we have to recognize kindness of growing and sustaining our body. So that's also like you're connect with your mother more, you know, and your mother connect with your present mother, then of course you can connect with other beings like easy. Follow this meditation. Follow this way meditation, not create attachment, you know, with your mother. So this meditation helps kind of more open your mind and wisdom arise. So from the time of conception up to birth, she carried us in her womb through the embryonic stages. And our bodies were literally formed out of her own flesh and blood and the vital essence of the food she eat. So think about where is this your bodies come from? It's mother. So that is a big kindness. You get this flesh, blood, it's always come from mother. So then mother eat nutrition food. So that we take out from the mother's, you know, essence, vital essence of the food she eat. So we take that actually, and we grow in our mothers in the body. So we have to recognize that sometimes we don't recognize. So when we have a difficulty, we recognize. When we don't have a difficulty, we don't recognize. It's forget. So that's I know, you know, most people like that. In Tibet, they call when has difficulty, big problems, then they call Pema Sambhava help me. So then they don't have a problem, so they're already good everything. Then they're just singing, you know, they're just doing their drinking, dancing. They don't think about anything. So then when they get stuck with it's very dangerous. So then they're calling the Pema Sambhava and the Tara. So actually that time is actually too late. So that means like, you know, it's that is wrong thinking. So that means like actually we have to think always, recognize. So usually we don't recognize, you know, this kindness. Already we forget. So of course, like people have so many people has kindness for us. So during that time we recognize, but then days by days, month by month, we already forget. Then we forget the person also sometimes, you know, the person also we forget. Sometimes like some people has really good kindness us, but then there's just something, some due to our emotions, we doesn't like that. We already forget kindness. We against that person. So that is all some Saric beings does like that all the time. So that's why. So we have to think about again this, you know, our people's, other people's kindness, especially mother's kindness. The mother is the biggest one, and then we have to think about, you know, our teachers. We have to think about, you know, our, you know, like siblings, friends, so many things. So all this in the country, so many people save for other people. So we have to, they're all kindness, thinking about, we have to think about their all kindness, you know. Uh, so lots of things like that you can create like kindness. Then you think that kindness other people, your mind is like really connect with others easily. So we have to think about kindness, who serve for country, who serve for other peoples. So everyone doing something for benefiting others. So we all have to think about their kindness. You know, who growing vegetables, we have to think about their kindness. We can eat these vegetables. So then also we have to think about who make the road. So we can drive very easily. We have to think about their kindness because we can get easily wherever we wanted to go. So who make the cars, we also have to think about their kindness. Who make the house, so we have to think about their kindness. So they all, we are rely on everything for others. You know, even you drink 1 cup of tea, so where is the tea come from? So all is rely on others. So like that way, we have to think about you know, kindness others and meditate, and there is like no any cost. But the benefit is lot. Our minds become growing love for others. When growing love for others, then when you see the other people, then not much this you know divisions, like kind of a more economically arise. So everyone is like kind of recognizes same human being, or of course not human being. Everyone is recognized, you know, all beings wanting happiness, or they're looking same thing. You know, kind of like you arise like love is for everyone. It's hard. It's become change our perception. Everything change. So right now we have, of course, like due to our ignorance and self, our perception is different. But then this, you know, practitioner meditators who has love meditation, compassion meditation, their perception is different. Their recognize is different. Their perception is different than us. So we get the, you know, love, compassion in our heart. Then comes perception. You seeing the people also become different. You know, the recognize easily that. So one day you have really anger for someone. So somebody no anger to that person. So that two persons seeing other person is totally different, no same, you know. Because like who has anger and you see is one is enemy. Some persons like they don't have anger, they see other persons their friend. The person is the same person, but the perception is the two persons' perception is totally different. So who has anger, who see the enemies, that person see that perception is like other is just not good person anyway. Whatever the person does is not good. Someone has good perception and that person see the other person is a friend, but then other person does it's not everything is bad. So or just regular human being and can be friend, you know. So it's the change our perceptions. Change our perceptions become easily dealing with other people, everyone. So that's is, you know, His Holiness Dalai Lama always shared that, and he's always say all human beings the same. So he himself recognized everyone is the same. Doesn't matter he meet the president, kings, he meet just regular people. He just recognized all is a human being. Same, he create the same perception for everyone economically. Then talk to with them is very easy. So that's his share, right? So that is his own experience. And then we see the also who has like really kindness person meditator like Gachin Rinpoche. There is like looking, seeing like other people is like kind of similar. They don't see the like divisions much. So then that kind of like person has equanimity. Then that kind of person who has kind of meditation, like you know, practice meditation, love for everyone. Then that person didn't have bias. That person didn't have this kind of restless anything. So otherwise, like every being has like due to self, everyone has, because so that we wanted to remove this, restless and these problems is we have to meditate love for everyone. Love meditation. It's growing, then it's change our perceptions. So that's we have to know, understand very clearly here. So know, and our bodies will literally form out of hair on flesh and blood and whatever essence of food she eat. From the moment we begin growing inside her body up through the time she give birth. So all we have to meditate this kindness, this thinking. Sometimes like when you have angry with your mother, you think this one, meditation, then angry is like can be go away easily. So our mother more pain, discomfort. So that's a mother's knows, and that kind of difficulty. So many go bear through this. Mothers, give birth. Our mother born pain, discomfort. We see the mother's born baby is not easy. It's so much suffering there. So there are we have lots of mothers here that knows, and so then and other suffering to bring us into the world. So suffering to bring us into the world. They get so much suffering, but go through that and they bring us in the world. So that's why we are alive right now. So no one can say my mother is love. We can see you long as you are alive, you that is a proving your mother is love you. Long as you are exist in this world, so that approved your mother is love you. So that we have to recognize. Thinking what would I do if my baby suffering any harm? So then mother is not only just growing body, baby is inside the body and delivery. So after that, mother is always worried. Yeah. So which kind is she worried? My baby suffering any harm. So protect the harms, like that thing always someone going to harm my baby. So she avoid anything that would endanger us or cause us to experience discomfort. Yeah, it's a thing about like the mothers like when then give food for baby and try to give like all like nutrition and softly food, no anything like paying for the baby, thinking about that. So all the good food protect for suffering for baby, and then of course like nighttime the mothers like have to take care all the time babies. They cannot sleep much, so that is more difficulty too. I cannot do like that. It's like to go sleep. So many mothers it's really hard to go sleep because it's like especially the baby is very young. It's there they can bear through that because it's the love for their own baby. They take care nighttime and so uh, daytime and the nighttime they have to take care 24 hours for baby. It's hard and not easy to that. So we have to recognize our mother being through that. So this is like right now we're talking about our this present mother. Then take you to, of course, recognize we reborn only not only one life in this life only in samsara. We reborn, we take birth many countless. So that's why we think about how many human beings in this world. We have number can count. That's 8 billion human beings. It's count. How many times we reborn in samsara? Countless. So that's the reason it's logically no use to all beings, our mother. used to our beings, our mother. Same is in this present mother. So this present mother go through so much hardship taking care for us, same as like that other previous lifetime, other parents also same thing taking care us. So that's we have to, become like growing our love for everyone. We have to bring the all beings to use to our mother. She avoid anything that would endanger us or cause us to experience discomfort. When we were first born, so when we was born, we looked like this insectly alien creatures. But she did not see this because her love is so strong. See, when baby was born, it's like not really beautiful. I see it's creature like same as insect, not really beautiful. But mothers they don't see that because they love their baby. They see so beautiful. So the love, the change perception means, love change the perception. Long as we love for all these sentient beings, our perception is changed. So that we recognize when mothers deliver their own baby, so the mothers see the baby is beautiful. But for my case, I don't see the beautiful because be with the blood and kind of is insectly aligned creature. See, but she did not see this because her love is so strong. Mothers don't see that. Uh, so she did not forsake us. So that's we can see that it's always mothers like love really baby, and they're taking care, and that so the baby they feel so happy, and with joy with that, feeling joy happy with that, because due to the love. Instead, she lovingly locked us onto her lap, cleaned us after we first emerged from the womb, and later from our humid waste, warmed us up with her body heat, nursed us and fed us when we were hungry. So we have to think about this, all cultivate, this mother's kindness. So when we was born, our body is like not like this, right now. We don't have like this strong, independent. So then mothers put her love, and then when we born, our body is not clean because we with blood and with lots dirty together, and also not happy is crying. The baby was born is cry, We don't see baby born is laughing, right? We see the old baby born is crying. So also that is symbolize or showing the samsara is a suffering. So that's showing birth is a suffering. The baby is pain too, because come through out mother's womb, its baby is pain. That's why baby is crying too. It's birth suffering, and that's also like samsara is a suffering. Recognize. Then when baby was born is not happy and the cry, so mother then put her onto her lap, and then baby is dirty, clean us. The mothers like clean the baby after uh, baby first emerged from her womb and later from our human waste. So they have to take care all the time for that. Kind of like 24 hours, like I have to watch the baby. That's so hard, right? The mothers that really didn't have time to eat, like eating and watch the baby, and eating with watch the baby, cooking and checking the baby is okay or not, So then you cannot go wherever you wanted to go. Usually you can go to nightclubs, dance. You can go wherever you want, but then long as you have baby, you cannot go. You have to stay home and to take care. So all time is have to spend with the baby. So that's very hard too. So we have to think about this. Our mother has go through that difficulties. First emerge from the womb and later from our human ways, warm us up with her body heat, nursed us and feed us when we were hungry. So when we're hungry, then mothers have to give food. So what do we know? Babies only cry. When they're hungry, they cry. When they're cold, they cry. When they're pain, it's cry. So they don't know how to talk. They don't know what is problem. They cannot share, just only cry, cry. So mother have to recognize what baby is going on and have to recognize, oh, baby is hungry, feed food, or babies have to pee. So mother have to change this, like, wrappers or something they're called. So always change that and clothe us and covered us when we were cold and care for us with loving care until adulthood. So that takes years, like, until adulthood. So much cost too, because like baby has lots costs. And then of course no costs like time. So much you have to spend time. So much have to worry about taking care. So much harder time to do for taking care of the baby until adulthood. Cherishing us like her own heat, heart and eyes, meditate on this kindness. So we have to meditate on all this mother's kindness. We have to cultivate that sections. Long time ago, I shared this meditation. We have in the stage of meditation. Actually, all this is online course. So that time we have to break down all these different sections. We have to meditate. So this love meditation, I think 8 hours or 10 hours we have to meditate. So that is a breakdown different sections, cultivate and meditate. So, think about the all mother's kindness. So first we have to recognize this, our present mother's kindness. So if we don't recognize that, then very hard to meditate. Like we say, all mothers and children, then this has become only just words. That doesn't have much anything our mind. So that's why we have to cultivate this first. So they know, think of the kindness our mother has shown us by giving us life to sustain our life. Our mother protected us from anything that would endanger it. So the world has so many dangers. Mother always protected that. So that's the reason right now we are become, adulthood, and we are become, we have independent right now. So mother protect us all these dangers from anything that would endanger it. So no, actually, due to the different countries, culture, different abilities, mothers, like, of course, like it's some areas, mother have to do more difficulty with the child. So we recognize like some country has a very difficulty, and due to the country's problems, the mothers have to escape to other countries. They carry the baby only. They cannot take care anything other than that. They only just carry the baby to crossing the borders. So that is so hard. Thing that is not easy. Of course, like people think about it, like people who has all this comfort, they don't recognize that kind of suffering. So then some mothers is a farm workers, farmers. So they don't have this, like farms, like big farms. They don't have like kind of machines to work for that. They have to put all labor work in the farm. So then mothers carry baby in the big and they work in the farms. And then normal, mothers carry baby in the behind and hold and then work for the animals. So that kind, like have to go through that very hardship and difficulty. Here in the U.S., Canada, right now, Western country, so you can, baby, someone can watch baby, but also you have to pay for that, and someone have to take care, and the parents no time to stay with the baby, and also so much hard, but many different ways, due to the different situations. So anyway, no one has like perfect. Long as baby have taken care, like always has to go through some difficulties. So that's what we all have to recognize. Mothers have to dealing with the babies, kids, so hardship. So of course, actually parents, but mother has more responsible. So due to mother is, I think, it's more love for kids, and also some reasons like mothers knows how to take care of the kids, and the mothers have to take care first in the baby's on the body, 10 months. So that kind of reasons like, mother is more close, connect with the babies. So that's why you have to recognize this, clothe us and cover us when we were cold, and care for us with loving care until adulthood. Cherish us like her own heart and eyes. Meditate on this kindness. So we have to meditate this all kindness. Think about. Not think of the kindness our mother has shown us by giving us life to sustain our life. Our mother protected us from anything that would endanger it, such as elemental disturbances, weapons, machinery, and so forth. So if mother working in the factory, think about these machines, very dangerous. So mother always have to watch for kids all the time. What? So if the mother cannot have someone, child care. So if you have to take to in the workplace, mother always watch this, uh, danger, is in danger it, protect them for in danger it, such as elemental disturbance, warping, and machinery. And also the mothers, if babies take to the farm, then of course always have to watch, because even the birds also can be get, harm for the baby too. So that's why weapons and the machinery and so forth. Similarly, our mothers brought supportive conditions together, such as the doctors and so forth. Then baby is sick and have to see the doctor and giving the medicines. That would keep us from getting sick or prevent untimely death. So meditate on this kindness. We have to meditate on this kindness, protecting mother, protecting us. So many ways protecting us, because so much dangers, lots of dangers. So all that protect us. That's why we are alive right now. See, if babies live outside, it's too cold, then mother have to protect that. Think about that. If a baby live in the car, too hot, think about protect that. If you have to mindful, if like you baby live in the car, so sometimes the people are not mindful. They go to grocery, something shopping, baby live in the car, maybe sleeping baby in the car. So that thing is okay, because weather comes hot, then baby can die, or whether it's become cold, they also can affect it for babies. So many reasons we have to protect like that kind of ways. So cold and heat, and then when you cook, baby maybe can be burn the fire, so protect the fire, and the thing that kind, so many things, such as doctors and so forth, that would keep us from getting sick or prevent untimely death. Meditate on this kindness. So we have to thank this all kindness parents what that especially mother does for kids. So if sometimes we can see the other parents does for kids, you just close eye, think about that kindness. So other our mothers also did the same thing like that for us, and then we think about we are reborn so many lifetimes in samsara, so used to all these beings, our mother. So that time, all these beings kindness to us, we recognize that. So that really helpful our minds like not too tight, and not always hold and so strong grasping, our thinking about ourselves. So things like that kind, others kindness, that really helpful release ourselves. So release self, then you can feel your mind's kind of waking, soft and opening up. So then that helps become also devotion arise too. So this all is the Dharma is connected to, each other. Uh, so where is devotion come from? Devotion also come from actually love. So when we have strongly self and I, then no possible devotion arise. So we comes like kind of a love for others, kindness for others. Then that's opening our mind, and that time not thinking about self and I. So then also thinking about all my teachers, these special, beings, Buddha's kindness. Then we comes, devotion to them. And things like mothers and other people's kindness comes love to them. See, love and devotion is like kind of same source. The follow the different, like kind of Buddha's kindness, devotion arise. Thinking about the mother and other people is kind of love arise. So we don't say we love Buddha, we say we devotion to Buddha, we devotion to the Ru Guru and the Yidam deities. So where is this come from? It's like come from, love means like we thinking about others. Long as we're thinking about ourselves, the mind is too tight, so strong, grasping, no opened, so no any kindness. Then no possible arise devotion. So not possible arise love for others. Without a devotion, without a love, then our mind is always too tight, and so it's always like strong self and I, due to that always emotion, always unhappy and sad. So that's why we think about where is this happy and joy is come from. It's a meditate love for others. Meditate love for others comes compassion, love for others, devotion to become arise devotion to Buddhas. So nothing of the kindness our mother has shown us by teaching us what to adopt and what to abstain from. See, mother always teach for kids how to talk, how to walk. So when like mothers hold babies, how to like show the like smiling, face nice, and then the kindness is always received. Even these babies it cannot talk, those like that don't know anything, but they can receive mother's kindness. The mother shows like beautiful face, smiling, loving. The baby receive that. So mother shows like, happy, sad. The baby also receive that. Baby also can be cry right away there. So you show love and say nice words. Baby receive that and stop the crying, cry. So see, that is the power of the love. Even these babies don't know how to talk, but they receive that. And so that's why we talked last week or yesterday or some days, like even animals also received kindness, not only human beings. So all the animals received. That's a Buddhist savas always be with animals. The animals not scared with them. So the reason is because their fears, their kindness. So that's we have to know and abstain from. Adopt, then teach us. So mother always teach us what to adopt and see. Babies don't know how to talk. They teach how to talk. They say mama, papa, or something. They have lots of patience telling the kids, you know how to talk. And then also the very happy kids talks something, you know. The kids say mama or papa. When the mothers hear that voice from kids, so mother's so happy, joy. Oh, my kids can talk, you know, like, see, that's kind of mother's kindness. And then the kids don't know how to walk. So sometimes the animal kid is better because the mother delivered the animals. There's like right away they walk. You know there's delivery many babies in this area I saw there. There's like delivery babies. They don't take too long. They can walk. The human beings takes like monthly can go walk. See, so mothers like teach how to walk, and then there's babies that don't know how they knows how to get the milk from the mothers right away. So our kids like human beings, their mother to feed them, you know, and how to get milk them from this. Sometimes like human beings have more ignoring than more difficult than animals. So I think it's human beings mother is more kindness, I think maybe also. So we have to think about this kindness. So of course human beings mother have to teach more than animals, teaching us what to adopt and what to abstain from. So many things. Then what to adopt means so much in there. Okay, so mother say, oh, don't touch this fire, you know, don't touch the weapons, don't touch the knife, like danger things. So I have to teach everything. Don't go there, you know, don't do these things. So many things have to teach, don't do things. Then do things, so much have to teach again what to adopt, abstain from, you know. Adopt and what to abstain from. None of us come into this world knowing how to fear our clothes ourselves. So when we born babies, we don't know how to wear the clothes. We don't know how to talk. We don't know how to eat. So we don't know anything when we come. So then who's help for us? Mother's kindness. So that's we have to recognize in mother's kindness. Our parents taught us to eat when we did not how to taught us to get dressed when we did not know how. They taught us to walk when we could not walk. They taught us to speak when we did not know how by speaking songs like mama and papa and so forth. So that all mothers teach for us these things. We have to recognize all their kindness, mothers, so forth. They taught us everything. So mothers taught us everything for us. The mother don't know there's some things like, you know, due to their ability, then they hire the teachers to mothers pay for them, you know. Then the others taught us so much, give education for us. So parents always like, we have good life. They don't mostly see that parents don't thinking about their own, they're only thinking about their child has good life. So I told many parents, they always say that I'm okay, I'm whatever difficult, I can take care of that. I want my kids has good life. You know, my kids have good education. So I through so much difficulties, I don't want to have like that difficulty for my kids. And they always say like that, you know. So then think about also other country has so much difficulties. Their parents try to kids come to better countries. That's so much put effort for that. So that is like not their problem stay in their country, but they want their own kids has better life than them. So that's why they recognize their own country, they don't have much opportunities. Then they have something good for their kids. So that's why the parents give up everything, their happiness. They try to their own kids better life to some other countries where there has good, you know, opportunities. We can see that, recognize, you know. So that is all mothers showing the, you know, kindness, different ways. Everyone has different situations, different, you know, we say dispositions, because due to the culture, due to the abilities. Actually, all these mothers has kindness. So they try to always want to have good life for their own kids. That's all kindness showing for the kids. Then that, you know, teaching, so much taught us, teach us, parents. So when they're born, they're starting that, then eat, drinks, how to put clothes, how to talk. So all this kind of starting from that until now, all our, you know, education is come from our parents, and they help us go to study. So that's we have to know when we went to taught us everything, even how to wipe away our own urine and the faces. When we went to the bathroom, see, we all, even we don't know how to take the bath, go to bathrooms. So that's all taken by the kindness mother and the parents. So they told us to avoid all things that were harmful and to adopt beneficial actions. Meditate on this kindness. So we meditate on this kindness. So sometimes we also, this is always cultivate meditation. We have to think about this parents, like, you know, so much sacrifice with kids and their own kids. So recognize, like we look to all these parents does for their own kids, recognize our parents also did the same thing for us. Then we recognize we are reborn not only one lifetime in this samsara, we reborn many, many lifetimes in samsara. So used to all these beings, our parents, if that kind come to in our mind, then become really love for everyone. And then we are become truly love arise our heart and mind, then we don't have any problem with other people. So now we have a lot of difficulty with other people. Oh, this person told me these things. This person make me these difficulty things. So, oh, I don't like this person. Oh, this person is like terrible. So many things, divisions going on our mind. We don't recognize that, but we have so much divisions in our mind, judgment. So one day, you know, this true love is comes to our mind, then that's all the judgment, divisions, races, and thinking about so many this bias is all is gone. So that's why this love meditation is very powerful. So then when one day that's all deviations gone from our mind, then our mind is always happy and joy, because the love is like the positive feeling, not the negative feeling. So when positive feeling always in our mind, we are always happy and joy. So that we can see all the practitioners, Bodhisattvas, they're always joy and happy. They don't rely on due to the outer circumstances. We always rely on outer circumstances, everything. So these practitioners not rely on outer circumstances. Everything is their own mind. They have a, like love is already arise their own mind, but then they don't rely on the outer circumstances. The outer circumstances always changed. They don't affect it for them, their mind. So that's we recognize the practitioners have that. So many practitioners like have to go through so much outer circumstances, difficulties, but they never lost their own happiness. Then outer circumstances, whatever difficulty they have, they never affected their own happiness. So that's we know. I know so many Tibetan, this practitioner, lamas, teachers, their life is being too miserable, but then they always has happy. So many like that. So many. So there's practitioners recognize. So that's like become growing the love. There's this teaching, what here says, is not only in the words, in the paper, writing down things, like people who put effort, practice, that they transformed, that they prove that become so many practitioners arise, use this practice. That is a proof. That's why so many practitioners, they're not just blind faith. This is a truth, this is a fact. Not just create something like beautiful presentation, not like that. Sometimes we can say beautiful presentations, but then you cannot do anything about that. Words is beautiful, but this one is not like that. We use this really help for our mind, just depending our individual level, how much benefit us. So followed by our individual level. If we have, of course, a very high level, then all these beings you're seeing is the same as a parent. So you love for everyone. Then you have any difficulty, problem with anyone, these people, these beings. So you recognize this all mothers is suffering. You always have love for them and willing to help for them, these beings. But then even this outer level circumstances never disturbing your mind. So that means like that time is a really practitioner. So sometimes our beginners, we receive this kind of teachings, or we say, okay, I'm going to do help for others. All this all beings my mother. So you just do the action, jump to do that. If you don't have practice yourself, then that affected, because we have emotions. So others also have emotions. Then you also cannot control your emotions. You have emotions, then they create problems. Like two other also have emotions. We also have emotions. Then emotions comes together. They create suffering and problems. So that's the reason we have to recognize our ability too. So that's why here is like first step, meditate our present mother, kindness. So meditate and that, and then move to, okay, so which is it next you loved ones? Father. Okay. Next who's loved ones? Sister, brother, siblings. Okay. So then next is who's loved ones? Friend. You know? So like that. So you move these people. Oh yeah, it's always kindness I have. These people, these people also used to my parents in the previous life. Create love, meditate for them. Use this or whatever we talked here. Use this cultivate, and then slowly you can move to like maybe more your neighbors. So not like your own family. So maybe move to your neighbor and the co-workers. So then slowly you move to the your community, the meditation, and then meditation is move to the own city or whole city. So then slowly this meditation is move to whole country. Yeah. So then they move to all the human beings, all the country, all the human beings. Then slowly move to all the sentient beings. So that's we have to practice step by step. And otherwise, like you say, oh yeah, all these beings, loved ones. So these all beings, my parents. And then you just say, oh, I'm going to benefit all these beings. So you don't have this ability in your mind, not yet you meditate and practice, you do the actions. So then you can lose your effort. So that's also have examples. I think when we this Tuesday we sharing this teaching, essence of Mahayana, I think comes here. Here, this book has talked about a lot bodhicitta practice. So the beginner bodhisattva is same as medicine plants seed in your yard, very small tree, very small tiny like plants growing. So that is like kind of like bodhisattva, like first step. Okay, you cut that, then growing. That medicine tree cannot benefit others. So like that, like when first beginners like say, oh yeah, all these beings my parents. So you do the actions, you don't have enough your ability to do that. You jump actions, so you lose your effort, and you lose your bodhicitta too. So many people happen like that too. That's why, so follow by our ability. This is follow by our ability. We have to first cultivate, meditate more. This is called special method. So first you have to meditate, cultivate before you jump the actions. Of course, at some level you can jump, you jump in there and do the actions, You can do some actions, but they also have levels, individual levels. Follow the, understanding, wisdom. That's we have to know. So then one day, like say it's like this baby tree, medicine baby tree is growing, it's bigger. It's already, it's growing so big, and then this each branch can benefit many beings. You don't have to cut, and you don't have to take down whole thing. All these branches endless benefit others. Then this tree is always there. So like that, then become really true the bodhisattva, benefit many other beings. So that time, then they never lost their own practice, the courage or the just actions never lost. Think of the kindness our mothers show us, the sacrifice she has made for us, and how she has undergone difficulty on our behalf. Even if our mother find it difficult to provide food for herself, so that is like many countries has these problems. Mothers cannot really provide food for kids and herself. But if mother has food, she eat or she give for kids. 99% they give for kids. So provide food for herself. Even difficult to provide food for herself, but the mother, food is for first priority give to the kids. She work arduously to make sure she could feed and sustain her children. So many like that, so many. Doesn't matter which country. See, mothers work so hard because make money is also for feed for kids and make sure they have enough food and enough clothes to wear. And then of course when kids growing, mother have to pay for this, taking care of someone, babysit. And then so many levels you mother can send to, baby to child care or like that, you also have to pay for that. Then mother have to work very hard because have to make money for that to pay. And then you have to go to school. Then mother have to provide all what the school need. They have to pay, everything. Other students have something. Then also the mother provided that their own kids too. So like same as other kids what has opportunity. So that's kind of all expensive things for parents does. Then of course have pay tuition and all everything. And our mother give us the best of everything. She best drinks. So actually we have to teach this all the kids, right? In the kindergarten school, we have to teach this meditation for them. Then this country all can change slowly. If the country accept like this love meditation for all in the school, then this school student are become better behave. So then that change like future generations whole. See the human beings, because one way is really intelligent, one way is so strong, selfish, and ignorant. They don't accept this way. That thing all is religion. The actually human beings, okay, want always good things for kids, but then some reasons due to ignorance and selfish, they don't provide good things for kids. So parents also could be they don't accept to how to love meditation teaching for kids. Government I don't think so allowed to do that because it's it's religion something. But actually this all is a fact, truth. If really wanted to become better world, is change whole world, is better world and less problems, we have to teach all these meditations in the kids in the school. Best subject. Then become never going to get shoot each other. So that can't never happen if this kind of teaching in the provided in the schools. So kids actually they pick up very strongly. The habituate is different than either people. When they are young kids, that time is like easily believe, easily trust, and easily stuck in the mind. So then if kind of this kind of teaching is provided in the schools, the kids I don't think so get much depression, sadness, and I don't think so they get less mental problems. I can say can get less mental problems. Then that kid has become parents. Then another kid comes. So then two generations become whole world is can changed. better world. So that is the secret causes of happiness. It's create causes of peace. Otherwise, you talk about peace. The going on thousands meetings, nothing going to change anything because it's talking about the result. You know. So where is peace come from? Peace is come from this kind of love meditation. The causes of peace. If we want the world peace, this kind of teaching is have to share in the school. So you can recognize that we 100% understand clearly. But why we don't share this? Because due to ignorance, human beings, self-grasping. It's also due to karma. The karma, that's why not accepted. They don't follow the reality. So that is the human beings as our ignorance recognize easily, clearly. So whatever right now this talk about peace, haramane, or whatever this word talk about good things, is all is words. Only Buddha talked causes of peace, causes of happiness. You know, the causes of no bias, causes of no races. So that's kind of all this, is Buddha talked. Equal right. So the Buddha's teachings always talk about the causes of that. So we recognize this, when you study Buddha's teaching, it's always talk about the reality. That's why you study this kind of teachings, then really comes devotion to Buddha. We recognize, Buddha is incomparable teacher. So we recognize his compassion, we recognize his wisdom, and then really comes devotion to Buddha. So that devotion is called irreversible devotion, very strong devotion. So long as we have that devotion, then you really connect with the Dharma. Okay, so our mothers give us the best of everything. The best drink, best cloth, parting with what she would normally never be able to give up. A mother will forbear all suffering for the sake of ensuring the life and well-being of her children. See, mother does always, or mother will forbear all suffering for the sake of ensuring the life and well-being of her children. It's the truth. In order to care for their children, parents are willing to go through any expenses that does that, difficulty and suffering. See, the parents say, I'm okay, I can take that suffering. I don't have my kids. So that's always, everyone said that. That does that. They exert themselves in all kinds of work, whether business or agriculture, or whatever job they can find. See, parents willing to do something because due to the kids, I have to take care of my kids. Whatever job I get, I wanted to do that. They sacrifice. Lots of things like that. Many, of course, everything. even forgetting about their own parents. That's the problem in the Western country here. Of course, like other country also too, but more in I see in the Western country. Not everyone, but it's some, you know. Even forget about their own parents means like that. So much focus their own kids, but they forget their parents, their own parents. Actually, you know, what I'm seeing is that everything has a balance. And sometimes like the parents too much sacrifice for kids and their own children. So that's create so much suffering their own themselves. They not benefit the kids, but parents too much sacrifice for their own kids. But actually many things not really benefit much kids. Of course, you have to do some is like you have to you know sacrifice, no choice, many things you have to follow that, but then also have a balance to take care of that, you know, take care balance, not too much fixation to their own kids, not too strong attached to their own kids, you know. Of course you're lovingly kindness and caring, but same time recognize impermanent, recognize cause and effect, recognize the defect of samsara, recognize precious human body, this four thoughts meditation we talked. So that's bring the balance. That practice bring the balance. Yeah. So then, you know, use like, of course, this love meditation at the same time is who parents who has kids like need to practice like, of course, four thoughts meditation helps for taking care of their own kids, is taking care of the balance, not too much, you know, go to extremes. Sometimes many parents go to two extremes, you know, too strong attachment, their own kids, and so strong fixation. If so, you have that not benefit in the kids. So the effective for kids, like especially if you are Dharma practitioner, they bring actually more obstacle for kids, more obscuration for the kids. And the other hand, of course, then some parents don't care about kids. They abuse kids or just they don't think about much. And then the just parents are drinking and their goals, like they don't really provide food enough. They don't really care enough clothes and food. So that's also two extremes. So whatever we do is like there always has a balance. So middle way path to follow. Then your life is okay, good, and also your kids also comes like, you know, good life. If to go to extremes, then the affected for kids, you know, mind is get mental problem. So that's also we have to recognize who has who is a parent, who has a mother, who's a mother, who is a parent. So you have to recognize, take care of the balance. Don't go to extremes. So then we also have a mother, so we have to recognize our mother's kindness. So much kindness. We didn't recognize that. Sometimes due to just our ignorance, and we are stuck with our doing our things. We are of course some parents are stuck with their own kids, so strongly attached to in their own kids, they forget their own parents. So everything has a balance. And then of course like you can follow really middle way. Life is good, you know, don't go to extremes. It always has the the balance, because like depending your individual level, like how much, like example, like financially, how much you can make money, how much you can spend, you know. So also like which kind of job you can do, you know, which kind you taking care for others, or you can make balance yourself. Don't go through extremes. Like if you don't make much money, you don't spend too much, you know. You just stay like more simple life, simple way. Then it's no problem. Don't have to go to always in the restaurant. So you just buy food, go to grocery and buy food and cook, and then you don't have to buy fancy clothes. You don't have to can afford something. You know, you don't have to buy that. Just stay in the simple house and like, you know, less cost something you can use that. Then you have like no problem any other these things. Then you can afford things. Then you can change that. So here is like sometimes people can afford that, but too much the, you know, using too much using, and everything you can follow the balance, can make change. It's everything is easy actually if we can change ourselves. Some people cannot change it, so we can change ourselves. We can change our life. It's good thing because we have these teachings that really help for change our life. You know, if we don't have these teachings, then of course we're always going on something. We don't know how to take care. So long as you have these teachings, this practice, and then you can take care of your life is easy. So use this meditation, and then you just look to your situation, what you can do, what you cannot do. So you can change your life and change it to good life. So use these meditations. Okay, so now we finish that today and the teaching. So continue tomorrow. And we have to meditate, a lot of meditation today. Please join the 6 o'clock and the East Coast time. West Coast time, we can, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, yeah. So it's okay, 6 o'clock, everyone, meditation. It's too early for you or no? Actually, if we vote, then it's everyone has different situations. So what I wanted to do, the Saturday, the Tuesday and Tuesday, Wednesday, I share the evening teaching. So that teaching is evenings. I wanted to like go into 7 to 8. So that helps for who live in the West Coast. Or maybe we can do 7 to 8. I think 7 to 8 is better, not too late in the who stay in the East Coast. So that is the Tuesday and Wednesday. So that helps, you know, like everyone little bit time is 7 to 8 is better. So then Tuesday we share this teaching Tuesday, and Wednesday also I want to share a little bit. And Wednesday like we share this teaching and then also meditate. Wednesday not whole thing is share the teaching. Some part is meditation. We have meditation and the teaching together Wednesday. Tuesday is just whole thing is like sharing this teaching from this book. So you can download this and this both in the ebook, I think. So if you don't know how to do that, you can ask like Marilyn, Debbie, and most people knows here how to download. Or you wanted to order the rare book, also you can order the actual books too. Okay, so now we finish the morning, and I'm going to short dedication. Chant that.
Are you taking any questions now, Kempo, or did you want to wait till this afternoon?
Question is the afternoon question and meditation together. Thank you.
Okay. And is the time for meditation the same today? 6
Same
to
today
7?
is a 6 to 7 today.
Okay.
But Tuesday, Wednesday is not 6 to 7, 7 to 8. Or we can move to 8 to 9, also possible. So 8 to 9 is maybe East Coast is better, right? East Coast.
7 to 8 is better, I think.
Yeah, 8 to 9 is pretty
Really?
late for East Coast. Mhm.
Okay, so then 7 to 8.
You want to move, you're moving, well, I can get details, but okay.
Yeah, so not today. Today is 6 o'clock.
Okay. Maybe
Today
Sunday,
is 6
Kempo, you
o'clock.
can go over all the times for next week. How would that be?
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. Emma Hong Om Zara Sanje Nawa Daye Dan Yes Jobo Tuje Jembo Dan Yonde Semban Tejen Donam La Sanje Sansen Pamin Kojugo Deje Om Zara Bade Me Baye Dewa Jinye Save Jengande Da Yende Ne Zembe Jirma Da Dewa Jinje Parma Jubar Tere Jinne Nande Yarnong Yo Dege Dage Molan Dabadi Soje Sanje Sansen Danje Ji Kemen Robar Sinje Labdo So Dia Da Benzan Reya Wang Woden Aye Zoai Sanjo Semjo Rumbo Je Maje Banam Je Jora Je Ba Nyam Ba Me Ba Yang Gong Ne Gong De Be War Jo Sonam De Ye Dam Je Zi Ba Nye Tom Nan Yin Be Dra Nam Bam Zet Ye Ga Nam Je Bab Lam Ru Ba Sipen Solen Drowa Drowa Jo Shizai Kunze Kunchin Chije Jet Emder Nela Wantok Di Gongba Rinchen Barje Demba Sing De Barje Do De Zangombe Zinjor Je. Thank you, everyone. See you later.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you so much, Kempo.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Oh, it's
Kempo.
the love meditation. Everyone
Thank
looks
you
like
so much,
love.
Kempo. Thank
I
you.
can see everyone has a love
Yeah.
arise from heart.
So much love. So much love.
Yes.
Kempo.
Okay.
Thank you, Kempo.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
Kempo.
you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody.